Someone is manipulating you right now, not with force, not with threats, with something far more dangerous, your own emotions. They know exactly which buttons to push. They know how to make you react, spiral, and expose yourself. And every time you do, you hand them more power over your life. What if there was a mental architecture so airtight, so cold and precise, that nothing, no betrayal, no humiliation, no engineered chaos, could penetrate it? 2,000 years ago, a group of men built exactly that. Stay until the end. Because the final principle isn't about thinking differently. It's about becoming someone that the chaos simply cannot reach. Marcus Aurelius commanded the most powerful empire on earth. He faced plague, endless war, the betrayal of men he trusted with his life, and the deaths of his own children. Every morning before the weight of that world descended, he sat alone and wrote, not about power, not about enemies, about this. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. That is the entire foundation. Everything else is built on it. The Stoics divided all human experience into two columns. Column 1, what you control. Your thoughts, your judgments, your effort, your character. Column 2, everything else. Other people's behavior, outcomes, opinions, circumstances. Here is where most people bleed. They pour their emotional energy into column 2, obsessing over what someone thinks of them, replaying a conversation, trying to control how a situation unfolds. And while they're distracted doing that, they completely abandon column 1. Epictetus understood this at a level most people never will. He was born a slave. He owned nothing. He controlled nothing about his external circumstances. And yet, by every historical account, he was one of the freest men who ever lived. Because he understood, the only chains that truly bind a person are forged inside their own mind. This isn't passive acceptance. This is a surgical decision about where your energy goes. Modern pain, anxiety, obsession over rejection, rage over disrespect. All of it comes from the same error. You are trying to control what was never yours to control. The Stoics didn't just tolerate this truth. They trained for it daily the way a soldier trains for combat. Because they knew what you're about to see, that the world is full of people who are counting on you not knowing this. Understand something about modern manipulators. They don't need to be intelligent. They just need you to be reactive. A narcissist doesn't win through strategy. They win through destabilization. Their primary weapon isn't aggression, it's provocation. They poke at your insecurities, manufacture disrespect, engineer situations designed to make you respond emotionally. The moment you react, you've lost. Not because reacting is weakness, because your reaction hands them data. It tells them exactly which levers move you. This is called a reaction trap. It works like this: they push, you respond. They escalate, you justify yourself. Now you're defending your emotions to someone whose entire goal was to put you in that position. Toxic environments operate on the same mechanism. Chaos isn't accidental in those spaces. It's a control system. Keep everyone anxious, uncertain, and emotionally raw, and no one ever thinks clearly enough to see what's actually happening. There's a more insidious layer: projection. The person accusing you of being too sensitive, overreacting, crazy, they are frequently describing the emotional state they've deliberately manufactured in you. The accusation is the weapon. Seneca saw this mechanism in ancient Rome. He wrote, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." The Stoic edge isn't emotional numbness. It's foresight. It's the ability to see the trap before you step into it, and to walk around it in silence while the person who said it watches, confused as their leverage disappears. You cannot be destabilized if you have already decided who you are. Here is how you build the architecture. Step 1. Audit your reaction patterns. Write down the last 3 times you were genuinely destabilized. Who was involved? What triggered it? What did you do? You will find a pattern. Manipulators do not improvise. They replay what has worked before. Identify the lever and you neutralize it. Step 2. Practice the pause. Between provocation and response, there must be a gap. Even 3 seconds. In that gap, ask one question. Is this worth my power? Not, am I right? not should I defend myself? Those are ego questions. The Stoic question is about power allocation. Most provocations are not worth 1 second of your internal state. Step 3. Deploy strategic silence. Silence is not passivity. Deployed deliberately, silence is the most psychologically destabilizing response you can give someone who needs your reaction to feel powerful. Say nothing. Hold eye contact or don't. Let them interpret your stillness. They will fill the silence with their own anxiety. Step 4. Voluntary discomfort as inoculation. Seneca chose to sleep on a hard floor, not because he had to prove to himself that comfort had no hold over him. Modern version. Cold showers, fasting, doing the hard conversation instead of avoiding it. Each chosen discomfort shrinks the territory that outside forces can threaten. If you're not afraid of discomfort, you cannot be controlled through the fear of it. Step 5. Zoom out. Marcus Aurelius used what he called the view from above. When overwhelmed, he mentally ascended above Rome, above the continent, into the cosmos. The galaxy is 100,000 light years across. The universe has existed for 13.8 billion years. Whatever social humiliation you're replaying right now, in that frame, it simply does not hold its weight. Use this when you feel the emotional pull beginning. The perspective is not denial. It is calibration. Here is what you came for. The hidden truth behind all 12 principles isn't a technique. It's a realization, and once it lands, it cannot be undone. The people who make you feel small, anxious, or powerless, they do not actually have power over you. They have access to the parts of you that you haven't fully claimed yet. Every Stoic principle points to the same territory, the interior, the place no one else can enter without your permission. Eudaimonia, the flourishing life, was never built from external conditions. Marcus Aurelius didn't flourish because his circumstances were good. His circumstances were catastrophic by most measures. He flourished because he made a daily, deliberate, unrelenting decision about who he was going to be regardless of what the world threw at him. That is the psychological shield they never tell you about. Not armor you wear, not tactics you perform. A self so grounded, so clearly defined, so deeply committed to its own values, that chaos simply finds no surface to grip. You don't become untouchable by hardening. You become untouchable by becoming fully, completely, immovably yourself.